Alright guys, so on this week's episode of Julie's Playbook, we're going to be talking about Le'Veon Bell. Where's he at? Fitz magic. Has it turned into Fitz tragic? And we're seeing a lot of hope out of young quarterbacks. Is the future of the NFL safe in their hands? All that and more when Julie's Playbook starts now. So the first topic we have to talk about, because I feel like he's been in every show, we have to talk about him now, and is he coming back? Le'Veon Bell, he is set to return week 7. Week 7 is the Steelers' bye week, so he will suit up week 8 for the black and gold. But here's the big question. How will the Steelers use him? Will they run him into the ground? Will they bench him? What's going to happen? Let me know what you think, but of course, we don't really know much yet, and it's all in Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert's hands. So I guess come week 8, we'll see how Le'Veon suits up. Alright guys, so the next topic we have to talk about is Ben Roethlisberger. And of course, anybody that has been listening to Julie's Playbook knows I am a big fan of him. However, he came out and said in an interview that he is not on the same page with anybody. Ben, we know. We've seen the routes. We've seen Antonio not be able to get the passes he's wanted. Of course, he might be on the same page with Juju Smith-Schuster because he had a heck of a game. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of changes in the offense coming next week. But as far as what Ben said, we know, Ben, it's okay. Just come back harder next week. Alright, so the next topic we have to talk about is Earl Thomas. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Earl Thomas here in Pittsburgh because it has been said that the Steelers would consider trading Le'Veon Bell for Earl Thomas. However, in last week's game, Earl Thomas was carted off the field with a fractured left tibia. And of course, you saw the obscene gesture that Thomas made towards the Seattle sideline. I feel like there's a lot of hostility there because Seattle won't sign him to that long-term deal that he wants, but he is the last member of the Legion of Boom who stayed through everything. I feel like Thomas might be getting a little bit of the short end of the stick here, but we'll see what happens come next free agency period. Will he stay in Seattle or will he go elsewhere? Alright, so the next topic we have to talk about is Fitz magic. Has it gone to Fitz tragic? Ryan Fitzpatrick only played in the first half against the game against the Chicago Bears. Well, Jameis Winston then came up and he wasn't able to clean up the mess that Fitzpatrick made. Fitzpatrick was only held to 126 yards and 1 interception, no touchdowns. Has the magic gone away? Has it turned into a tragedy? Did Jameis Winston just get his team back? Alright, so the next topic we have to talk about is Khalil Mack. We talked about him a few episodes prior about his new home with the Chicago Bears. So I wanted to give you guys an update about how he is fitting in with his new home. Currently on the season, he has 17 tackles, 5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and an interception. I think it's safe to say Khalil Mack might have found his forever home. I look for the 2016 Defensive Player of the Year to be renamed the Defensive Player of the Year here in 2018. But of course, we got to see what the rest of the season plays out, and I look for big things from the Chicago defense led by Khalil Mack. Alright, so we're seeing a new wave of young quarterbacks come in and slowly take over the NFL. Jared Goff had 465 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions just last week. Mitch Trubisky had 354 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions just last week. And of course, we can't forget about Pat Mahomes, who's been lighting it up all season. He has 1,200 passing yards and 14 touchdowns just this season. I think it's safe to say that the NFL's future is safe in these young guys' hands. And who knows how many future Hall of Famers we have playing right now. Alright, so the Steelers have the Falcons home this week. And both offenses have had to put up crazy numbers because, well, their defenses have been a little bit less than impressive. Quarterback Ben Roethlisberger has put up 1,414 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He's currently leading the league in passing yards. Quarterback Matt Ryan has put up 1,316 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I look for it to be a shootout down at Heinz Field because, well, we don't know if the defenses are going to show up, but we know the offenses are going to come ready to play. Alright, so do you like fantasy football as much as I do? Of course, who doesn't? If you guys have a DraftKings account, add me at JGurnick9. That's JGurnick9, all one word. And we'll even make it fun. If you beat me, I'll mail you one of these classic Julie's Playbook pins. It comes with my classic catchphrase, alright guys, and then at the bottom it says, just watch Julie's Playbook with my logo on it. If you beat me, I'll mail it to you, but don't get your hopes up. I'm pretty good. Alright guys, so that does it for this week's episode of Julie's Playbook. Like, share, comment on the video, and of course, if you want to talk about anything sports related, get in touch with me. But until next week, that's a wrap.